I've got to get yay, the Laura Mars. Hi, YouTube. Welcome. There you are. That's better. That's just so much better. Okay, everybody. And we'll close this so there's no, oh, my arms. There's no glare. It's time to put our apron on, and in obvious, look at that, almost, we're actually early. It's supposed to be 12:30. We're early. Oh, that means we can drink tea together. Oh, my doodle. Oh, my arms. Let's grab our apron and just start early. YouTube, welcome. Join me. Let's do an ingredient list while I grab my... It's not you guys. Forgive me. It's... The dog got up in the middle of the night. Okay, things we need. It says 2 packets of yeast, but I'm feeling really tight with those. It said to preheat your oven to 450. 2 packets. Let me show you this. 2 packets of yeast. 1 tablespoon of sugar. I've got mine right here. Excuse me. 1.5 cup of water. It doesn't say warm, cold, hot. I have just always had room temp water. It says 3.5 cups of bread or 3.5 cups of flour. To me, that's like a lot. Salt. I'm going to be using my Celtic sea salt. 3/4 tablespoon or teaspoon of balsamic vinegar. So, please grab your ingredients. Preheat your oven. It is going to be so hot in here. This is the pan that I use to bake my bread in. Okay. I've got towels. It's going to ask later in the recipe instructions to have one very wet towel. She's doing something here in this. Oh, forgive me in the nose. Every time I work out, I think I kick up like dander. I've got to grab my balsamic vinegar. Let me know in the comments, have you ever made balsamic vinegar bread? I don't know. It's in the instructions. Sorry. Okay, I'm grabbing it. Okay, balsamic. Hi, everybody. Welcome, Bonnie. Welcome, Holly. Now, just like Mr. Rogers, when he would start his PBS television show, Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, he would put on his cardigan. I feel like when I put my apron on, hi, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I feel like when I put the apron on, like Mr. Rogers. Okay. Now, Deborah Pitzer, welcome in. Let me give you that hi, hello. My arms are super sore from working out. Must need to work out more. Now, basic hygiene in the kitchen. It's my home kitchen, but I'm still always going to pull hair back. And let's just twist it up here. We're going to put that away. I want to wipe like super clean, friends. I'm going to wash hands. Wipe down my workspace. My oven is preheating to 450 degrees. Things to know, the instructions in my No Time Bread. That's what this is called. Oh, look at all these messages. YouTube, welcome. I'm going to hit these hellos to everybody. Welcome, come on in. If you'd be so kind, would you tap the likes? Robin, the vinegar is weird. Thank you for confirming that's weird. But let's just go with it. And I am going to need to grab another instant yeast packet, but I'm using, I gotta wipe my space. Always, always, always super clean, super clean. Now, I've got the ingredients written down, but the instructions I have on the laptop right here. Can you see, guys? You tell me if you can't see, please. I'm going to say hello and hello. Oh, my arms. Okay. And the nose, all of a sudden, once I worked out, I'm like kicked up dander. Let me get the instructions up. Number 1, proof the yeast. Did everybody clean up real good so that you have a super clean workspace? You use your antibacterial disinfecting doodah. I'm grabbing another. I have a sack of goodies here. Let me grab another yeast, even though I feel pretty. Okay, this is important. This isn't specified. It's a brand new recipe. It doesn't specify yet. This is regular yeast, and this here, it's the rapid rise. So the instructions called for 2 packets. I'm gonna follow the instructions, but I call foul, and we haven't even started. Now, it says, proof the yeast. Place yeast, sugar, and water in the bowl of a heavy-duty standard mixer and stir. You guys, I don't have a heavy-duty stand mixer. The last time I had most beautiful kitchen-made stand mixer was 1989. I moved, and whoever has my mixer, I hope they enjoy it. So, let's just stir it by hand gently. Does that sound like a deal? And I want to put it in, place the yeast, sugar, and water in the bowl of a heavy-duty stand mixer. Yeast, the sugar we are having, blah, 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 blah. 2 packets yeast, 1 tablespoon sugar, okay. All right, guys, the oven is preheating. I don't know if you can smell it, but this is going. Hi, Miracle. How are you? Welcome. All right, I'm using rapid. You guys, the yeast is so important because in there, like sea monkeys, I don't understand the science, but that's live. Miracle, I'm so glad to see you. How's your day? YouTube, whichever yeast you have, whichever brand, just go ahead and let's put it in the bowl. I feel like, and I'm not the mathematician here. Oh, math. I was watching Myron Golden, the Myronosphere, this morning, and he was talking about Price's Law and how things compound. 1 tablespoon sugar. And he got me thinking that this is going to be way more bread dough than what will fit in. I'm doing a heaping sugar. Hey, Miss Miracle, thank you so much for the gift. Okay. The instructions say yeast, sugar, and water in the bowl. The water is 1½ cup. So there, the 1 cup mark. That is some cold water. We're not watching bread rise, we're watching water warm itself. How is your Monday going? Thank you for the likes, YouTube. I really appreciate that. A sip of tea is for you. Some tea for you. Thank you, Miracle. Now, oh, that's good. It said 1½ 1 cup. Half. This is what it looks like. Ooh, it smells yeasty. Okay, I'm going to take, and I'm just gently mixing. Now the instructions say to put in your stand mixer. I'm just not doing it. Here we go. Preheat the oven and the Dutch oven. Okay, so yeast is mixed. Here's why we do this, my friends. Let me just give you a high five for being here today. High five, high five. We do this so that we are confident, not just me, you too, confident in our bread making. I've said it before. Pickling, I'm super confident. I can go splish, splash, splish, splash, slash. Cut those items, dop them in the brine, put them in the refrigerator. I know. I'm so confident in it. But I feel like in the season we are in and going forward, you and I, we need to feel confident that we can go water, flour, salt, yeast, and mix, mix, mix. Like right now, I'm reading this and looking like I'm looking at, I don't know, Greek maybe. Okay, this is my Dutch oven. I'm putting the lid on too. I'm putting the whole thing in the oven to warm. We're gonna need the hot pads to take that out. Our next step, okay, let's take a look at the yeast and see what's going on. Can you see? Oh, it smells good. Isn't that weird? Can you see, YouTube? Okay, let's stir it. Oh, I lost my instructions. Number 1, proof the yeast. We've done that here. Number 2, preheat the oven and the Dutch oven. Done. 3, add most of the flour, salt, and vinegar to the yeast and knead for 5 to 7 minutes. Who right now thinks when I put that balsamic vinegar into my yeast that's alive, like sea monkeys? Can you see a sea monkey in there? YouTube, can you see? TikTok, do you see any sea monkeys? Okay. Okay, this is live. And we're trying a brand new recipe. It is obvious October, and the whole point of why we do this is because it is obvious I need to master bread baking, up my skill, train myself. And why I wanted to do this live with you is that if I need to learn it, I'm thinking somewhere in you interwebs, you may need to learn this too. So let's do it together. If you're just joining and you're just starting, you're going to need 2 packets of yeast, 1 tablespoon of sugar, 1/2 cup of water, 3.5 cups of bread flour, 1¼ teaspoon of salt, 3/4 teaspoon of balsamic vinegar. So what I'm going to do is, the yeast is looking good. Bowl. We're supposed to put salt, 1¼ teaspoon of salt. Most of the flour. So in the next bowl, YouTubes, can you even see what's going on? Does that help? Can you see too? Right there. Let's go. My salt, I don't know if it's teaspoon or tablespoon. It was 1 tablespoon of sugar and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. So here we go. I am using my Celtic sea salt. Here goes 1. Said 1¼ You guys remember the power of using this Celtic sea salt is that it's so mineral rich. You see those tiny granules in my fingers? If you're having a stressed out anxious day, just put it under your tongue. Oops, I just spit it out. Whoops. I'm having a Monday. And let it dissolve. I'm really nervous about putting this balsamic vinegar in. Let's do our flour. It's supposed to be 3.5 cups. You guys, it seems like a lot. Here we go. This is how we do it. In the recipe, they recommend King Arthur red flour. I've used that before, and it is so nice. This just happens to be, here's the thing, friend. Whatever you have, that's what you're using. Okay? Pure and simple. Whatever you have. 1 cup, loosely measured. 2 cup. Oh, I need to go back to the instructions of what to do. It says, number 3, instruction number 3 says, now that the yeast has had a few minutes to bubble up, add 3 cups of the flour, the salt, the vinegar, beat on low speed for several minutes with a paddle attachment. So I'm thinking that last half cup is for, that's, well, maybe a little, is for when you got to roll it out. Okay, that's 3 cups. That's what it looks like. I'm the paddle. I don't have a stand mixer. And if you don't either, it's okay. I'm going to stir this yeast. I want to mix these dry ingredients. I didn't put the vinegar in yet. I know. I'm a little nervous, you guys. Just a little bit nervous. Flour is mixed. Our yeast is pretty active. Can you see it? Let's start mixing. Tell me if you can see or not see. I'm pouring my yeast mixture into my bread, stirring in the red bowl. I need to add that vinegar. It's all gone. Oh, you guys, it smells so good. It smells like bread. Okay, can you see my consistency there? If you're wondering, no, I haven't put that vinegar in yet. I'm a little scared, but I know it needs to be done. So here we go. It said add most of the flour, beat until it becomes elastic. You guys, we have to do it. Let's just take a sip of tea for some courage. YouTube, something is weird. I can't see the chat. Okay, well, let's just go with it. Here we go. 3/4 teaspoon. I'm going to actually do half a teaspoon. Hi, Alan. How are you? YouTube, Alan's visiting over in the TikToks. Oh, a fry bread taco. I saw a recipe. Somebody made fry bread hamburger. So they, instead of having like a hamburger bun, just made 2 small fry breads to make like burger buns. I haven't had it. I just saw it. Alan, it's obvious October, and I'm obviously not confident in bread making, and I am practicing that skill. I'm here live doing it because if I'm not confident in bread making, I think somebody else might be and may want to practice along with me. This recipe calls for vinegar, and I feel like, So it asks for 3/4 teaspoon. I'm going to go in with a half teaspoon. Here we go, guys. I don't even know why you would put balsamic vinegar in your bread. Okay. The instructions right here on the laptop say beat on low speed for several minutes. I'm the beater. Okay, this is what it's looking like. You know what's funny? I felt like 3/4 cup was too much bread. Or no, I felt like 3 cups of bread was too much, but this is okay. This is doable. Remember, the bread we make today is going to be what we use for bread pudding with rum raisin and apples tomorrow. This is actually turning into a nice consistency. I am so pleasantly surprised. I'm also so hungry. So the sooner we make this, the sooner I can eat. Here we go. Instructions say beat for 7 minutes. Alternately, knead vigorously for 5 minutes until the dough becomes extremely elastic. this will be a wet dough, but not goopy. Okay, here we go. Let's continue to, hey Rob. Rob, it's obvious October. I know, Rob, how are you? Oh, my arm. We did an arm workout before we got started. We got to keep going. Oh, can somebody take over the kneading? Rob, can you answer me a question, please? I was invited on Twitter to a dual stream, and it's from Starship Elves of Canada. Guys, this consistency is nice. Let me taste it. Oh. And anyhow, Rob, Starship Elves was asking to do a dual stream, which reminded me, weren't we gonna? Yes, I do need a cat to take over. Mercy, maybe we should need it. Anywho, combined stream, cooking, whatever is gaming. So the idea in the stream is, yes, Rob, you're not joking. Rob, my arms are burning right now. And you notice I keep stopping the kneading. I can't even finish my train of thought. I'm so hungry and my arms are sore. Let's keep going. Come on, team. The dual stream, video game, whatever food is in the video game is what I have to make and see whoever completes it faster. Oh, my doodle. Oh, my doodle. Oh. Sometimes it's better in theory than it is in actual doing. Has it been the time yet? Is anybody keeping time? Is anybody keeping time? You've seen that, Rob. How did it work? What did they make? Like, that was 1 minute, Alan. Oh. All right, come on. No wonder they use a stand mixer. My question is, does anybody know, why do you have to beat this for 7 minutes? Oh gosh, Rob, I just saw the daily ranking. I'm back in the D list. Oh my gosh, my mental health. Okay. Whew. That's got to be 7 minutes now, isn't it? No comment. To create gluten? Oh, girl, Robin, I've got to be as gluten-free as possible. Let me let this thing think a minute while I have a sip of tea. I'm really hungry. Been shaking it down here, boss, all morning. Stopped just in time to do the live. I should be rethinking this bread making thing. I don't want any gluten, Robin. Ugh. Okay, let's keep starting. Come on, keep at it. It was years ago. Okay. Oh, maybe I'll start a trend, Rob. Me and my D list. It has got to have been 7 minutes by now. Okay, let's just give it the old college try and really give it a good beat. And then we're just going to move forward. Note to self. Invest in. So is this what the Prairie Day pioneer people did? They would just mix it by hand for minutes. It actually, like, if you can see, that's a nice consistency. All right. Here's where it gets weird. It has not been 45 seconds, Rob. Here's where it gets weird. Brand new recipe. For a novice bread maker, like I'm a baker, but I'm not this kind of baker. Come on. It says, shape the dough into a ball. I got that far. Shape the dough into a ball and rise in the microwave for 25 seconds. Lightly grease a large microwave bowl with vegetable oil. Transfer the bread dough into the bowl and turn it, coat it in the oil. Well, I don't know if we're going to be doing all that. Let me whip it a little bit more. Can you guys tell me? It's so weird. YouTube doesn't. Anita Baker. Oh my gosh. Now that's a voice. Something's weird on YouTube, you guys. There's no chat. Now, is it true YouTubes, you guys really have nothing to say about bread, or am I somehow missing it? That's the share. Who knows how to... That is so weird. Like it says live. Hi, everybody. I can see you in the room, but I just can't see the chat. That is the weirdest thing. Okay, come on. Hey, what? Whoa. Okay, here. I was just thinking in my head, unbreak my heart. No, that's not Anita Baker. Giving you the best that I've got. I think that's Anita. Oh, my doodle. All right, friends. Close enough. Should we call it? I mean, come on. We're supposed to put it in another bowl, and I just feel like, make another dish? Are you kidding me? What did the Pioneer people do? YouTube, I bet you're answering me right now, and I can't even see the chat. Will somebody on YouTube, please, take a moment and put a chat? Just say anything. Hi, hello, thumbs up. Something is funky in Denmark over here because I can't see the chat. They starved. Well, or they didn't have anything else to do. Like, what are you doing today? There's no chat on the YouTube, huh? I must have, it's the user, Rob. You know it is. I do my own stunts too. And there's no chat. Sorry, YouTube, I'm so sorry. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the likes and the thumbs up. But I don't know what I touched. Okay. I am slightly concerned that if I haven't done the right amount of kneading, that there's something I'm not doing right to the bread. Okay. I feel like we need to move on from this. Okay, let's just call it. It says shape the dough into a ball and rise in the microwave for 25 seconds. If this was truly a Pioneer, how come I didn't get Pioneer Woman's recipe? If this was truly obvious October, just grip it and rip it, make bread, there wouldn't be any microwaves in the Pioneer days. Air quotes make me feel better. It is not. Oh my gosh, it's been 2.5 minutes. Really? I just feel like it's longer. Let's do it. I have touched silence. I have, Rob. Rob, you said you wanted to collab. What are we going to do? Now, it's already been taken, the idea of make the food of a video game stream. Like Pioneer Muscles. Yeah, those girls. Those girls got up early and milked the cow so that they could churn the butter for the bread that they were going to make. That's who those ladies are, like my heroes. I don't even know. Bread people, is it? Oh, come on. Form a ball. This is so weird. Okay, spray stuff. Let's keep moving. Oh. So it asks to use, it's all just a wreck at this point. The recipe says to shape the dough into a ball and rise in the microwave for 25 seconds. Lightly grease a large microwave safe bowl. Bootsy, there is no microwave safe bowl, okay? It's all toxic. And then they say use vegetable oil. I'm like, let me put my toxicity in my toxicity. So we're just going to go ahead and use this. And I am going to spray the edges of the bowl. Aren't you glad you came to class today? Shape the bowl into a ball and rise in the microwave for 25 seconds. Cover the bowl with a very wet kitchen towel. Then cover the whole thing with a dry kitchen towel and put it in the microwave. Some of me is feeling like this is way harder than it needs to be. Here we go. I'm letting that towel get wet. Can't really get this to be any more of a ball. It's more of a patty. I've got myself a bread patty going on in the bowl. I have greased the sides with the spray. This is sticky. I'm a little nervous, but here we go. Wet towel. This is very wet. And then put another towel over it. Not only is this recipe causing a lot of dishes, enough flour. It said 3 cups. Robin, do you think? Oh, girl, it might be too late to go back. I just want to run away to Niagara Falls. All right, kids, it's going in. 25 seconds. Oh, my doodle. Okay. I don't know either, Robin. You guys, thank you for having a Truman Show moment with me where I'm just here like raw and wriggling, learning how to make bread because the goal is to train myself to feel confident in what I'm doing. And like, I will just know my recipe. Like with pickling, I just know it. I just know it. Oh, you know what? That's okay. Hold my thought. Shape the doobie-doo, 25, let the dough rest in the microwave. Okay, let me put a timer. It's got to rest, you guys, which while it's resting, we're gonna taste those grapes. Everybody cleanse your palate. I'll be right back. Cleanse your palate, everybody. Now, we are going to taste we're just going to have to wrap a few other episodes up in this episode. Rob, the thing about Niagara Falls, I need a spoon or a fork. I have a tool. The thing about Niagara Falls is that back in the early 80s, oh, okay, she's beeping. It's actually leaking. Okay, that wasn't very hygienic. I remember watching the movie Niagara with Marilyn Monroe, and it is the only film where she played a villain, played a bad girl, like a bad character. And critically, it's a great film. Box office wise, people didn't like it. They didn't respond to it because they didn't want to see her as the bad girl. So ever since then, I've wanted to go. You're like, in decades, you've never gone? No, I'm a West Coast girl. And then one of my favorite shows, Top Gear. You notice when I start talking, my hands stop moving. Top Gear became the grand tour. Clarkson, May, Hammond did a race in the United States, and they had to get to the check stand in Niagara, at Niagara Falls. And again, it just renewed my love for it. And I so wanted to go. And it's just been one thing after another. I've never gone. And then they had like an incident. Can't say it because you know how they'll censor you. But anywho, yes, you could put grapes in your glass. Oh, yeah. Okay. So while we're waiting, hey, Rob, thank you for the share. I appreciate that so much. So, which is another funny thing, YouTube and TikTok, you both have this. I used to do, when I was Makeup University for a century, and I used to do Motor Mondays, and I put like an old clip up today. And it's really funny because I had my super dark hair, and I'm just super young and skinny. And I was just so passionate about, yes, you can. We taught canning last week. And yes, you can do simple and basic maintenance yourself on your own vehicle, which, boop, you should. Now, I can't read my own writing, but I know that these are pickled grapes, and we need to try it. You want to smell? Now, something to know about this recipe, and that is, let me bring it up close for you to see. It's not very pretty. So go ahead and grade me in the chat on a scale of 1 to 5. Oh, Rosemary, hi. Yes, but not lately. Rosemary, YouTube, TikTok's asking about Sherry and Chef Eric. And I was discording with her wee hours this morning, like first thing, like 6 a.m. And we're talking about the show, the Tastemakers cooking show. And she said, we think we're getting back by the end of this month, but she had a hurricane to deal with. So fingers, spleen, toes are crossed that she's okay. So Rosemary, I can answer the question. Yes, I heard from them this morning, but they weren't on what do I got to do today? It was how am I going to survive today? And Rob, once you open it and you heard the pop, I was with her this morning. Quick message this morning, Rob, and she's like, very brief answer. Coming back the end of this month, I've got a hurricane to deal with, to which I'm like, girl, do what you got to do. Now, who wants the first taste? It's a pickled grape. Something about this, why I think the brine is weird looking, is because I did not have fresh ginger. When I grow ginger, and this year it was so hot, it just burned it up in the ground. Like literally, the ground temperature was so hot, it burnt in the ground. This bite's for you. YouTube, have a bite. Ready, set. Tangy. Ooh. Oh. It's good. It's tart and sweet. If there was such thing as a Sour Patch Kid in a jar, oh! Rosemary, this is a pickled grape. Okay, small bites. Wow. Kind of caught me off guard there. Okay, it's not lemony. It is... Yes, Rob, let your King's Taster go first. YouTube, the pickled, I think you were with us when we made these over on TikTok. I had so many green grapes. You can use a green grape or a purple grape. You had to have fresh sliced ginger, which I didn't, and you needed a cinnamon stick, which I didn't. So I ended up using powdered ginger and my regular pickling spice, apple cider vinegar, water, and what was the other? Oh, I had pumpkin pie spice. So here's the thing. This is what I wanted to invite you to, is that one, you can pickle anything to preserve it. Rob, you were asking about how long is this? This will be good in the refrigerator about 2 weeks. I put the fork in the brine and put it in my mouth. Nothing, one and done. So anything else that I want to take out of there, I need to scoop it out. I can't use that fork. I am so surprised and happy. That is good. It's very tart. Your next party get together, if you had these in a pretty bowl next to the charcuterie, like strong cheese, this would be a beautiful way to cut that on the palate. Wow, I'm so surprised. It was good. Okay, now the instructions. We heard the timer go off. Oh, it says microwave on high again. All right, stay tuned. I'm just going to go ahead and press it one more time. I'm also going to get one more spoon. Let's try that. Hi, Wanda. Welcome. I wasn't ready for how much pow and pack. Yes, Rosemary, you could reuse that brine. Oh, and I saw, okay, here we go. I'm going to try one more time. And I actually wanted to hold it out so you could see what it really looks like. So it was a green grape. I've cut it in half. YouTube, can you see that? It's good. It's sweet and sour at the same time. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay. I'm going to have to find the video and go back. I just want you guys to know, thanks for hanging out with me as we're waiting on the bread. I can honestly say it's good. It's just sweet and sour. All right. Back to it. Let's get back to it. We had to do it one more time, and I gotta set the timer. In the meantime, you had pickled carrots. Oh girl, that's so good. YouTube, Rosemary's sharing in the TikTok chat that she just had pickled carrots and red onions with tacos. That is such a Sonoran. Girl, you having a hot day, aren't you, Rosemary? I'm having a hot day. It is a very Sonoran Mexican style food in Arizona. And to have pickled carrot, onion, and jalapeno from Chuy's, it's just part of like a side dish. Like, it's just common condiment. Oh, got to do the puzzle piece over here. Okay, got it. So anywho, hi, House of the Rising Buns. We're making bread today. Oh, to have your opinion and your help. I pulled up a recipe. It's called How to Make No Need, No Time Bread. That's what we're working with. No need, no time. But obviously, as you can see how long we've been here together, this is taking a lot of time. House of the Rising Buns. The goal in Obvious October, my series I'm running this month, is to feel confident. And you're making jokes. Oh, wow, and my arms hurt. I want to feel confident in my bread making. And I brought you along because if I can do it, anybody can do it. Now, the curious thing is I feel like when I thought I was choosing on the internet, it's right here. Can you see? Can you, little bit, YouTube? Can you see that right there? This is what I'm reading off of. And we're technically on step 5 that we've done the microwave thing. Normally, in the other times I've made bread, I use this metal bowl. It's where we started with. And I would have my little loaf in there. And I would just set it on the oven and let it rest. But all right, and then quick yeast rolls are the best. Megan, you have fun. And Rosemary, quick yeast rolls. Well, I don't know what we've got going on here. I was surprised. Rosemary, YouTube and TikTok, Rosemary's asking about the recipe. Actually, it was weird. It asked for two packages, and I've normally used one. So here we go. Let the dough rest. And then the next step is we're going to shape the dough and transfer to the preheated pan. Okay, and then it says slash the top with a knife, cover, and bake. You got cinnamon rolls. Did you make those cinnamon rolls, Rob? I'm asking for a friend. I'm asking if you have a recipe that I need to try that is easier than whatever business I got going on here, let me know. And if we may, you ate them, but you didn't make them, Rob. Rob, what is your favorite thing that you cook at home? And YouTube, my arm. I want to, when I look at the YouTube screen, I have a small bag in the bottom left corner. It says pin to live stream. Oh, that would be helpful. People on the dance floor is what you, I think I missed something, Rob. No parking, baby. Boo, boo, no parking on the dance floor. Something, okay, that's almost ready. something I did. That's the share button. I've got something that looks like a clapboard highlight. This is something that we haven't figured out how to do over here, and that is how to pin the recipe on the live. I just found it. Oh my gosh. YouTube, have you guys tried chatting and it's not coming up? My other choices are to turn the camera around, turn off the speaker, these three, like put a filter on it. I don't think we need that. I did something like the TikTok gift. I cook them. Oh my goodness. There is no chat button. Rob, you've seen this. What I did something then when I started my live. I am so sorry, YouTube. Let me put your light back on. There you go. Okay. Well, it's time. Okay. So I don't know if you can see. It's just me. Oh, Rob. Sometimes do you remember that from a century ago? They're like, they would spell it out. Like, if you know, you know, IYKYK. Like, they used to say the problem is between the chair and the computer, like all just like the first letters. And I feel like that some days, like the problem is between like the bread and the camera. Okay. You guys, I don't even know what's gonna happen. This adventure. Now, what happened? No chat bubble. Okay. Yeah, I thought you meant like, it's just you. It's your fault. Rob, it normally looks like this. Like there's a chat. I'm sorry, YouTube. I'm having a Monday. So where we're at in this recipe, which it's from thekitchen.com. Let's give credit where credit is due. I'm doing a recipe from thekitchen.com and it's called Easier. Oh no, it's not. Easier, no knead bread in a hurry. 2 boops in the microwave. I don't even know. This is our dry towel, which is not dry anymore. This was the very wet oh, really? What are you trying to make a decision on? Hi, Sean. Sean, what kind of bread do you make? Thanks for the taps. I always forget to ask. Like, I haven't even, oh, I've got some. Okay. I'm on the D list again. Happy Monday, Sean. We are baking what's supposed to be easy bread. Are you guys ready? It's kind of like runny. Robin, I think you're right. It's not enough flour. Is it too late to add more? House of the Rising Buns, are you still in here? YouTube, over on TikTok, House of the Rising Buns, some of the most beautiful bread, artisan breads, came through the chat, and I'm hoping they're still there because this is the most perfect, this is the most perfect example of why we do what we do. You know why? Did you see like the mess, the mistake? Miss Frizzle from Magic School Bus says, take chances, make messes. That abomination in that red bowl back there is exactly why we do it, why I do it. I'm just going to put that bowl over there in a timeout while, oh, you're halfway, hold on YouTube. Rob is sharing that he's trying to make a decision, and naturally we're going to help him. And he's halfway between his house and the falls. I don't even know, is the falls a steakhouse? The answer is yes. Go get a steak. Is the falls like the shopping mall? Oh, yeah. Go to the mall. Is the falls like an outdoor park where you can get a quick mile run straight up a hill and enjoy scenery? The answer is yes. Well, if it's where the chupacabra lives, Rob, you better go right now and take. Hi, thank you for the gift, Eliza. Thank you so much. Rob, if the chupacabra is at the falls, you best go with a little jar of maraschino cherries and your wits. Eliza, thank you so much. What's happening now is we're helping Rob make a decision. And we got to decide what we're going to do with this bread. It's too runny. I'm following a recipe I've never made before while trying to teach and train myself to master bread making. Though all that's happened is it doesn't look good. It doesn't. So I set it over there because I was going to ask you guys in the chat, and thank you for the gifts, Eliza. I appreciate that. Do we add flour to it now? I'm probably going to need to phone a friend or ask the internet. PBR, you're saying if I went with my width, then I'd turn around right now. What would Scooby do? What would Scooby-Doo do? If Shaggy had no more Scooby snacks, what would Scooby do? Scooby would go see. That's for sure. No, he wouldn't. Ew. Ew. Okay. Let me ask the internet how to fix runny bread dough. Oh my gosh. Well, obviously, I'm not the first person to ask these questions, given the amount of responses that have come up. How do you fix runny bread dough? Okay, let's go to some answers. I don't want to live without the internet. Okay, guys? I just don't. You think you'd run, followed by Shaggy? Ruh-roh. What to do if dough is too runny? How to fix bread dough that's too wet? If your dough is too sticky and it's impossible to work with, add some extra flour, just a little at a time. Okay. Next is what to do if dough is too runny. Luckily, this is what the internet says how to fix this. Luckily, there are a few methods to try when you notice the dough is runny. First of all, add more dry ingredients. That's not exactly helpful. Okay. How do you thicken runny dough? Good question. Doughs that's soft or runny can be thickened by adding 1 or 2 tablespoons of flour to your mix. Ha! This will help your batch from spreading and coming out of the oven looking like flat, not so cookie-like puddles. That's really where we're at right now. Okay, can I still bake wet dough? This will be the last answer. Okay, the answer is, thank you, Rosemary. In the Instagram Messenger, I'm going to have an apple pie recipe. Oh, nice. Okay, here's our last answer. Can I still bake wet dough? Wet dough will still bake, and the final bread will be more dense, but the trade-off is that the bread from a wetter dough actually lasts longer before going stale. I think we have our answer. Let's just put a little more flour on the dough, and then we're going to knead it, and we're going to put it in the pan. Here we go, guys. Thank you for learning live with me. She's out of her Rosemary, look. Oh. Ah. Oh, Rosemary, the notification just came through. Thank you. All right. What's strange about this is it has a lot of bubbles in it. Like it's really aerated, but look how sticky it is. Y'all know I don't want to get my hands goopy. What happens if I don't add more flour? Robin, we were just looking for answers on the internet, and the internet said that it can be baked wet like this, but it'll be very dense. But it'll last longer. It won't go stale quickly. Who knows this stuff? I say, let's do it. Going in. I'm going in with a tablespoon. Oh, Rosemary, let me tell you, because this is a weird one. Robin, it's okay. We're new here and we're literally learning live. Rosemary, this is brand new recipe. I opened up the internet and I asked for easy, fast, no knead bread. And what came up was thekitchen.com, and it's called How to Make No Time, No Knead Bread. That is not what's happening. So I have a heaping. Oh, Rosemary, the recipe: 2 packets of yeast, 1 tablespoon of sugar, 1.5 cup water, 3.5 cup bread flour. Now it's funny, guys, I don't think I ever put the extra half cup in. 1.25 teaspoon salt. And Rosemary, sit down. This is the mystery. 3/4 teaspoon balsamic vinegar. I did it. Okay, I'm sprinkling in 2 extra teaspoons. Now, the instructions asked for it to be mixed in a stand, and I don't have a stand mixer. Christmas is coming. Oh, I have a new UGC ad coming out. You guys will see that later too. And I can honestly say I don't think that I really mixed it for 7 minutes. All right, Rosemary, I love a recipe. Like, why not? Okay, she's pretty wet. I'm going to do one more. Come on. Let's put one more teaspoon. No, that was a tablespoon. Let's really give it some muscle. All right. Now, this is not how Mama made her bread. And I'm glad to try a new recipe. The thing is about the recipe that I picked out, it has like 100 reviews, all 5-star reviews. So I was really expecting something else, but here we go. I call it done. It did not say change of plans. So you're going to go to the falls and meet the chupacabra? You know they're wily creatures, Rob. And it is so hot outside, and it is so hot in here. And I felt like just learn. Hurry up and get it done. Learn something. Shape the dough and transfer to the preheated pan. Plop it into the preheated Dutch oven. Quickly slash the top. So SM. So am I, Rob. This did not ask for parchment paper. So normally I am the parchment paper queen. I am not. I am going to follow the recipe. I tell you what, following instructions, I find it sometimes challenging. I'm going to pull the preheated Dutch oven out. Can you guys see? And then I'm going to put it here, and then we're going to plop that thing in here. Let me know that you guys can see. All right. A little nervous, but here we go. It's got to be done. Where's our hot pads? They're right here. They're right here. Okay. A little nervous, but let's do it. Let's do it. Oh! She hot! Oh, you guys, like you can't even see what I'm doing. It is hot. Hot, hot, hot. All of that preheat just went everywhere in the house. Lucky me. Woo! There is no way I'm bringing that over onto the counter. Let me turn you so you can see what's going on. 5 by 5, friends. Look, it is like smokity, smokity. Smokity, bokity. Drop my gnome towel. Here goes nothing. Whoa. That is hot. Let me look at the instructions one more time. It says shape the dough and transfer to the preheated pan. Shape the dough into a ball. Pick it up into the preheated Dutch oven. Quickly slash the top with a knife. Cover and bake. Rob, you have no idea. It is like a sauna in here. Okay, here we go. There's no need to stall anymore. I'll tell you what, that Dutch oven is a little scary. Here we go. Ah! She's not really balling yet, but okay. Okay. Just be sweet, okay? All right. It said take a knife and slash the top. That did nothing. Can you guys, I'm going to take you off. This is what it looks like, you guys. Oh, I don't even know. I don't even know. Yeah, you like that? You like that? YouTube, come on. Let me take you and give you a look. I don't know. Okay, well, that's why we do it. Here we go. Here we go. Set the timer. I don't know, guys. Oh, okay, okay. Rosemary. Thank you, honey. This is when I went to cut the top, we've got problems, okay? So whatever comes out of that oven in 30 minutes, I will do a follow-up video. I won't be live, but I will do a follow-up video that lets you see what I've done in there. Whoa. I am not happy at all. Actually, let me bring you guys back together. Like little siblings you are, so I can talk to both of you. Anytime now, I'm going to figure out how to 2 streams, 1 platform. Or 2 streams, 1 device. Rosemary, that doesn't look promising. First, thank you, Rob. First impressions of the experience is it highlighted the entire reason why I want to do this. I want to be able to make bread and feel confident in it. Absolutely no confidence, judging by that, of what's going to come out of that oven in 30 minutes. Yes, you're right, Robin, that we can definitely repurpose whatever comes out of there, just like having, you know, you got to use up the whole animal. La boucherie, you got to use the whole thing. That's how the skin becomes crackling. Because sometimes when you see like network and cable, like professional cooking shows, all of the goofs get edited out. And whereas I'm not happy, it wasn't smooth, easy, coming out good. I feel like I definitely learned something. This is what really threw me off. If anybody can figure out why does this recipe, I should probably just message the website owner, why did this recipe call for balsamic vinegar in bread? Any ideas? I'm glad you had fun, Rob. It is so hot in here. I am going to wait on posting the recipe because I don't know what that's going to be like and if you're going to even want to know. There was 2 full purpose. Let me go grab it. Would you please wait here? I'll be right. I just got to go to the other counter. Wait, YouTube. I'll be right back. Okay. One, in obvious October, I'm going to get confident on bread making. 2, the whole purpose for making the bread is so that tomorrow I can make bread pudding. Do you eat bread pudding? Has your Mima, Mama, Mimi, your Nana, your Tia ever made bread pudding? One more pause. There were several reasons that prompted me to just hustle my bustle and learn a new skill. One, I was making breakfast last week. Toad in a hole is one of my favorites. You can call it egg in a basket or toad in a hole. And it was just, I forgot to put the egg in it. I used that piece of bread and I was like, this is not a healthy choice. You don't know who those people are, Rob? You, Robin, your grandma, your Mima, your Mama, your Mimi, put vinegar in her pie crust. TikTok has just shared that their grandma's recipe did use vinegar. Interesting. So I want to train me on how to be confident in bread making. The bread pudding, it is grandma's, one of her favorite desserts. And I didn't have all the ingredients because there was no way I was going to make, for the holiday weekend, bread pudding with this. Wasn't going to do it. Wasn't going to feed it to grandma. So it doesn't smell it. Smell it, TikTok. It does not smell good. When we started this video and I was mixing the yeast in this pan, this this one right here. You guys, it smelled good. It smelled like bread. This does not smell good, and this is what I was really like it just, I don't even know why I have this in the house. So here's the point. I made my own rum raisins yesterday. I hope you're sitting down and not driving, because when this comes out of the bag, you might feel tipsy. So strong. You want to smell? Here, YouTube, have a smell. Let me grab a spoon. Hold on. Is this how you make your bread pudding, with a rum raisin and candied apples and, yes, to caramel sauce? I know, Rob. Yes, but you guys, I'm not making my own homemade caramel sauce. Do you say caramel or caramel? Caramel. I am just using the stuff I got at the store. They've been sitting one full day, and I have just a skosh over a half cup. You can see the raisin has, ooh, look at that sauce. The raisins have reconstituted a bit. Here's one for the road. Ready? Oh! Okay. Woo! That's it. Whoa. All right. But that's the point. I don't think it was the smartest thing to just eat it right off the spoon. When you mix it in with the bread and the sugar and bake it with the apples, the alcohol does burn off. But, whoa, right after the tub, that's really strong. That's really strong. Moving on, guys. We're doing this tomorrow. I have leftover apples from Rosh Hashanah, and we're going to make Grandma's favorite dessert tomorrow using the bread that is in the oven right now. And here's what I wanted to close with, was that I said, Rob, I got to make a t-shirt. I'm going to make a t-shirt with my face, and I'm going to use Miss Frizzle's from Magic School Bus. I'm going to use her saying, oh, get messy, take chances. That is why, even though, I feel kind of like an idiot, I just wanted to come on live and do it so that you too can realize, if I can do it, you can do it. That there is such, thank you, Rosemary, I appreciate that. That there is just so much training yourself in a basic skill like bread making. My mom, my grandma, my nana, these people, Nana on one side was tortilla maker, fried bread maker. Mama on the other side was a tart, galette, crumble, pie, bread making grandma. But it just didn't really transfer down to me. And I don't ever want to have to choose this. I think I'm putting it on my schedule. That, what are you doing this week? Well, after I bake my bread for the week, because you can always put it in the freezer. Robin, you had said, oh, make croutons out of it. Yes, you're right. Oh, make bread pudding out of it. I just feel like there's a better answer than this. Period. Point made. Now, what do I know about I used to watch Miss Frizzle. I don't really care for the remake. I like the original. Now, who wants to, oh, YouTube, I can't see the chat. Before we go, oh my gosh. You guys, do you smell that? 432. Rob, you rascal, there's only 365 pages. It smells good. I am happy to report. Ooh, it smells good. Okay, it smells good. I'm going to keep you with me, YouTube. Normally I sign you off early, but why don't we stay together for just a moment more? I'm so grateful you're here. Thank you so much, TikTok and YouTube, for taking your time to join me in a live while we learn something new. And I honestly think bread making, instead of being like a fancy artisan skill, like it could be an everyday, I know how to do this and I'm confident in it. Not very confident about what's going to come out of that pot, but right now it smells good. Okay, so are you ready? Somebody shout stop, and that'll be the one for today. Tell me stop. You'll be out on location tonight, Rob. You can find yourself chupacabra. Rob says stop. Page 286 says, prove them wrong. Prove them wrong. You like that? I'm going to post a few more of these little encouraging book. I like it, little encouraging video. I want you to know that today on page 286, the answer is prove them wrong. Whatever, like me and my bread making. You know what? I'm just going to prove those naysayers wrong. I can learn how to be confident in bread making skills. I also think, being Ned Ryerson, that once you're confident in basic bread making, it'll transfer over into other skills. Yeah, that's right, Robin. YouTube and TikTok, Robin saying that her motto growing up, if someone said she couldn't do it, she'd say, I'll prove you wrong. Can we get our own? We should. We should. Oh, this is available on Amazon and Google Books. That's a new thing. I am going to update with part 2. You know, I like the modern day take, Robin, on I'll prove you wrong. It's like, I'll prove you wrong and take pictures and do it twice. I'm so happy to tell you guys that right now, we're 13 minutes into the bake, and you guys, it smells good in here. Like, that was scary. Like, I was concerned. I was concerned for my safety, but actually it smells good. Later today, I will put part 2, because the rest of the instructions are bake it 30 minutes, take the lid off, and then bake it 10 more. But my personal experience, I have a hot oven. So I'm going to bake it 25 minutes, take the lid off, and then 5 more minutes. I'm going to step back and let it cool. I'm really looking forward to making like my pizza breads with that bread. And then, of course, the bread pudding, which we'll do tomorrow. We'll be here tomorrow, Tuesday, 12:30, to make apple spiced rum bread pudding. Bake it till you make it, Rob. And then there was something else. I think you guys said yes to doing, actually, I just got a message from Starship Elves. I should check that. I'll let you know. I'll update you. I hope you guys have a beautiful rest of the day. We learned something new today. 1, I need to practice more. 2, it's really hot outside to be doing this, but you still got to persevere and do it. 3, learning something new is scary and challenging and awesome at the same time. And if I can do it, you can do it. Toodles, Rob. YouTube, stay tuned. There'll be more later, and I will figure out how to fix the chat so I can have you with me tomorrow. Bye, YouTube. We'll see you next time.